to Geek Out with me. So today we have such a gorgeous guest in such a wonderful studio. So today we're going to dive into the world of self-love. This is not actually unfamiliar to me. I mean, I've been also working on self-esteem or self-confidence. She's been obsessed with the self-love for about how many years?
11 years.
11 years, okay. So it's not just like a hobby, but just
it's part of my daily routine.
Yeah, and like a life journey.
Yes.
So let's dive into it. Can you please introduce yourself, Lyngel?
Hi everyone, I'm Lyngel. I'm here in Australia for almost 3 years. I used to live in Singapore for almost 8 years. And I'm from the Philippines, and I worked with events before, back then in the Philippines, and then hotel and restaurant management. And in Singapore, I used to work with small businesses. To be exact, it's a Japanese accessories. I started as a promoter, selling those accessories, but after a few years, they promoted me as manager.
Okay, so you worked as a manager.
And
So-
we're like supplier, to be exact, of Takashimaya. Yeah.
Takashimaya is one of the biggest Japanese department store.
Department store.
I have a friend who worked for them as well.
We're not promoting Takashimaya, but
Yeah, she's
it's
not
part of it,
representative of Takashimaya.
And now I'm in Australia, which is, I think one of my dream is to live in this island, but I don't know what kind of island I want to be in last time when I was back in Singapore, because Singapore is a small country and I want to be in a laid back, more work-life balance, I said to the universe, and then now here I am.
Do you mean the job in Singapore is a little bit like hard for you to
I think,
seek for the
that's
self-love?
why I put myself into self-love, because every off day, like Saturday or, one of the days, I will go to the spa, and then I'll go for massage, Chinese medicine, and all this kind of thing. And I think in Singapore also they have a lot of options. How can you go deeper to yourself, self-healing and all. Yeah.
I don't know which part of city you lived in, Singapore, but in my image, like the department you mentioned is normally in the center of
I live in the city.
fashion. So then when it comes to living in a city, it might be a bit hard for you to maintain yourself or focus on yourself. So when was the beginning of your journey of self-love?
Self-love, okay. When I started working in Singapore, I mean, not really work, because I started as a tourist in Singapore. And then I fell in love with Singapore, and then, I met my future boss, which is my ex-boss now. Like, the company, they are doing the Japanese accessories, and then they're doing yoga. I love yoga. I've been wanting to do yoga, and then I said, this is the sign that I wanted to do all this kind of thing. And that time, my first week, I worked like 12 hours, and then I couldn't see myself. I've been like working for long, like a day.
12 hours a day.
A day. And then like, oh my God, it is ridiculously, insane, because wake up and then you go to work.
Yeah.
Sleep and go to work.
Very
so
familiar
it's very
to Japanese
challenging.
lifestyle.
Yes, that's true. And then also I found out I was sick at the time. I don't know, maybe because I've been looking for a job also, and I'm emotionally unstable. So I got candida. So less sugar. I've cut a lot of sugary food, salt, and everything, dairy as well. So I make my own food at the moment that I found out that I have candida.
So did you have any certain moment that you came to a realization, okay, I need to focus on myself more?
Because I'm alone in Singapore, I really have to take care of myself, because if I'm sick, who's going to take care of me? It's you will take care of yourself, not others, You don't need to wait for others to help you. You help your own self first. Prevention is the key.
I see. So you originally loved yoga, right?
Yes.
But after that, did you realize about the importance of self-love, or did you already started like gradually
I think, because I was sick for that moment. So I said I have to figure it out how to cure this, on my own. And I researched a lot. I became a researcher after that. And also I don't want to share it to the public that I have this one. I just told them that I'm cutting my sugar, I think just one or two of my relatives know about it.
So you wanted to keep it a secret?
Yeah, keep it a secret first, and then I told myself, if I heal myself, I will heal others. Because if I do it on my own, I can also share it to other people who has the same issue as me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. All right, so what is the main thing? Because self-love have very variety of the focus. So some people focus on yoga, and I know one yogi who even go to India to learn Ashtana yoga. I'm not really familiar, so might be wrong. And then others focus on food. How to eat healthy. So what's your focus about the self-love?
My first focus at that time is to focus on food. Because food is medicine. If you eat variety of food, rainbow food to be exact, in your plate you have different colors, and there's so many things that you could do about your food. I'm creative in regards of food. If I don't have this kind of food, I will just substitute with what? For example, I don't have sugar or brown sugar, example. This is just example, but I cut down my sugar last time. I put honey, all this kind of thing. And then just be firm. I'm very firm with my food intake last time. But sometimes I take what I'm craving, I'll just try. Because in the end, it will cost me a lot of things when I don't eat some things that I crave for. And I don't want to deprive myself to all. And then after that, I do meditation, yoga meditation most of the time. And I go to the groups, the same mindset that I have. And then I think it's about the community that you look for and to join with this mindfulness.
So the journey of your self-love started with your food. And then going to the yoga and meditation. And then you also have the community for the whole self-love.
It helps,
So because you said your main focus is kind of food, so we would like to mainly talk about the food.
Sure.
Is that right?
Yes.
Because actually she just shared her nice meal just before taking this video, and which is really nice. And some people may know how less interested I'm in food.
Oh, really?
So I'm not really interested in cooking or what to eat.
It's okay, you have me.
After I started going to the gym and started to do some training, I realized eating is also important. I've heard of it 1,000 times. Food makes our body, and I knew that. But until I came to a certain point, I didn't really focus on it. I used to have just snacks for 3 meals or something. I used to have that kind of lifestyle. So as a beginner, I'm super interested in what you pay attention. Of course, balance or rainbow food, but especially do you have any certain food?
I'm focusing on the antioxidant food, for example, blueberries, all the dark foods that we have, like green leafy vegetables, like kale and all those kind of broccoli. The darker the food is, the better. And it has high properties of anti-inflammatory as well. Mostly I eat blueberries, acai, there's sugar in it, but these are the dark food that you can eat. And then broccolini, and spinach as well. And it's also good for not only for our gut, our stomach, digestive system, but it's also good for our eyes and brain, especially. I think that's the best important in eating food, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant.
I see. Okay, thank you. So what about the supplements?
Last time, I don't really eat supplements, but now, yes. Because the food before is not the same as the quality of what we eat today. They were saying, there's a study last time that, one avocado before is maybe 20% of avocado you can intake today, nowadays. Because of the soil. That we harvest this avocado every single cycle, and then, the nutrients underneath, it's not the same soil as before. So now, I'm very particular also with the vitamins that I intake. So just make sure to have that like the labels. So if they put like 250%, you must have at least percentage at the back of the vitamins.
So
as
did you check all of like ingredients when you buy
you
some
have
food?
to check the ingredients and the percentage, because sometimes like they can just put 100% or they put 1% or there's no percentage. And then it's not exact. They're not detailed.
Yeah.
They can just put vitamins, but what is it for?
So you have to be like specific.
Specific amount of intake. Yeah.
Okay, I see. So you said you worked for a Japanese company, like a supplier for the Japanese company. So are you familiar with like a Japanese lifestyle or culture? That's just out of my curiosity.
Culture,
or
like the
lifestyle.
ikigai.
Oh yeah, ikigai is one of the bestseller as well nowadays. Like a blue book,
right?
Yeah, that's also talking about longevity. And living well.
That's my dream. I mean, that's my goal. One of my goals.
Like a live long.
To live long,
healthy.
To health.
Yeah, sure. So that's why you pay attention to the food
health,
as well. So when it comes to like a mental issue or female problem, and I know like I don't know the percentage, but most of the female problem like hormone issues can make it better with food and also lifestyle. So and you said you used to have a little bit like mentally unstable time, and apart from food, or what I was thinking is, when we are a bit of like depressed or having some mental problem,
breakdown,
it's hard to pay attention what to eat.
Yes.
And in the case, I'm also a woman, whether believe or not, I'm still a woman. I was really tomboy. I was among the boys and running around and jumping and outside and falling down and scratch everywhere and things like that. So that's why, I sometimes feel like, okay, I'm a woman now.
You are more on masculine side.
A little bit, energetic comparing to others. But, of course, I also have some female problem. I'm aware of like a hormone issue. And when I'm depressed or I have like a breakdown or even worn out, I didn't really want to pay attention to anything. I just want to eat snacks and be watching YouTube. And then after that, I
just
blame myself.
Like, okay, I'm good now, but it's not,
So in this case, I feel it's a bit hard to pay attention to the details. And so what is other factor that you can keep yourself like stable?
So motivational speaker, Tony Robbins said, change state. So we can do like walking. You can go to the nature, because my home is nature. Like whenever you see green is healing. So when you're outside, or even if you can't go outside, one of my friends was saying, oh, I have headaches. So I said, let's watch this movie, like let's watch this documentary about nature or animals. And then after that she said, hey, it actually worked, Lyngel. And then, because nature is healing, and the moment your eyes will see this visual, it will affect your nervous system, So I always go back to nature.
Sure.
If I'm
sick. So that's
sick,
why you living environment is really full of green.
Full of greens here.
You mentioned that you want to have like a little bit more laid back lifestyle, and which is kind of represent to Australia lifestyle, I believe. Yes. Couch potato, laid back, chilling. But at the same time, I heard of Australia is one of the most hard-working country in the world. So how do you see these balance? Comparing to your home country or maybe Asian countries?
I think compared to example, Singapore, you really work hard, like up until in the evening here.
So in that meaning, like hardworking means like working longer.
Is that what you mean? Well.
Sure.
And then here in Australia, 2 p.m. they close. They close early, and then they're very family oriented. I think my first time going to the mall, I said, wow. It amazed me because like in Singapore, 3 p.m. they just started, like people are coming in to the malls, but here it's already finished, done. You can go back to, your house, have a dinner early, cook your dinner early. I think that's the best thing about Australia. And even you work hard as well. You work hard in Saturday or Sunday because you need to make more money.
So that's one thing. It's totally different from Japan. So guess how much we can get extra to work on the work weekends in Japan?
In Japan?
Yeah. If you have a part-time job, not the full-time because that's monthly pay. So if you have a part-time job in Australia, at least I think 1.5 5 times
Yes.
or maybe double. And on holidays could be triple,
Wow.
hourly rate. So that's why lots of employers don't want to ask to work, of course, because it's expensive.
Expensive, yeah.
But that's how it works, because people don't want to work and they do not work actually. And it's totally opposite to Japan. Japanese people always say, oh, I don't want to work, but they do work. And that's why, so can you guess how much extra do the part-time workers can get?
Hourly in Japan? I don't know. I don't have any idea.
Okay. So generally 50 cents
What?
or $1
What?
hourly.
What? I don't
So if you
believe-
work on Saturday, you can get $8 extra.
Wow. Oh
Something
my
like
God.
that. That's the part-time job. Now you may know why lots of Japanese people love to come to Australia for working holiday. So that's one of the reasons. What I realized after coming to Australia and spending 3 years in Cairns, the definition of hardworking is totally different from that of Asians. So working hard in Japan generally means working longer.
Longer, yes.
Yeah, even if they pretend to work hard, as long as they take certain time, that's kind of work hard. So it's kind of make no sense because there is no time efficiency. So not effective or not productive.
Not productive. Yeah.
But so when it comes to Australia, for example, the cafes in Cairns, most of the cafe open around like 6 a.m. and close around 2.
2, and then you have time for yourself after.
For me, like coffee time is at 3.
Oh.
That's why I wasn't really used to it at the beginning. They know how to put their life first in their priority, and then work is not their priority. In Japan, most of the time, working is the first priority.
Yes, that's true.
And then what comes after? Hopefully family, maybe a hobby. That's not right what I feel after I spend certain time in Australia. So what do you think about it?
I still embrace because I love cultures, that's how they code their culture. And for me, I still love Australia though than Singapore because I can compare. Because now I'm working with the children as well, and I like 9 to 5 job. So I know that this is my schedule for the next few weeks or few months, And Saturday, Sunday, I'm always doing the cacao ceremony, or I can go to Rusta's Market. Rusta's Market is, you can find all these beautiful tropical fruits and food.
Vegetables.
And fresh market.
So you think now you can have like a work-life balance. And which is also
I'm really
good for
grateful,
your self-love.
Yes.
So I'm not against the culture in Asia, but I feel something's wrong in Japan. Of course, we have a good point.
I love Japan.
By the way.
By the way, I'm going there again.
But do you want to work in Japan?
I don't think so because it's so cold in there.
Okay, about the climate.
The climate.
What about working in a warmer area in Japan? As a working environment, would you be happy to work in Japan?
I think that would be nice also. Yeah. I think I only know about Okinawa. This is tropical weather, right? In Okinawa?
It is. And Okinawa is also known as longevity.
It's a blue zone.
It's in Ikigai as well.
Ikigai, yes.
So what's your Ikigai then?
I think it's about the community.
Community?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of community?
Coming from self-love also, and then we sing, we dance together. I have my own Filipino community as well.
Sure.
Even at work also, we always sing and dance together. Like we have events. We're pretty much connected with each other also.
I hope all the people who are watching this have some kind of places for that, because that's another thing that I feel it's losing nowadays, the community.
The community,
Back then, there are like lots of communities, but nowadays people are more and more isolated.
Because of the iPhones and internet,
Because these are created by the greatest psychologists and so forth. So they were made to get people addicted. and that's not mentally healthy.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
sometimes we spend too much time just scrolling. I do that a couple
even
times.
me, like not only the other, but me. They're targeting us. We have iPhone and internet.
This is something the classic philosophy can't solve. This is the problem that classic philosophy can't solve because they've never experienced that. So how would you resist for this addiction?